حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله ارسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعه ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعصهما فانه لا يضر الا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما صدق الله العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم I begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the most kind and most compassionate. We praise Him, we glorify Him, and we thank Him for all of His blessings and all of His bounties. Thereafter, we send our salutations upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And last but not least, we bear this fact in mind that one day soon we will all stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and answer for actions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all of our actions noble and decent, so that we can be admitted into Jannah al-Firdaus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from all of the hardships of the hereafter. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. My beloved brothers and my beloved sisters, in the very short time that we have together in this beautiful day of Jummah, the subject that I would like to discuss with you today is the subject of the beginning of this most beautiful and blessed month of Sha'ban. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Sha'ban, as you know, is the 8th month of the Islamic calendar, and next month will be the beginning of the month of Ramadan. We're all looking forward to the month of Ramadan, I hope. After 2 years of having pretty much no Ramadan, Alhamdulillah, we hope that this year everything will hopefully be back to normal, inshallah Aziz. So this time next month, inshallah, we may even be fasting. But before that, what I would like to discuss with you is this blessed month which has just begun, the month of Sha'ban. What do we know about the month of Sha'ban? We all know about the blessings of the month of Ramadan, but there are 11 other months, and when every month, a new month begins, I like to discuss a little bit about that month so that we can have a better insight. Because every month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us is a gift, and it has its special virtues, it has its special merits, and we should be aware of them and make the most of these merits so that we can get that extra reward, if you will, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to gain quick admittance into Jannah al-Firdaus, inshallah. So, Sha'ban. We find in the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Usama bin Zayd radiallahu anhu narrates, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to fast for several days consecutively in the month of Sha'ban, to the extent that he will not stop fasting at all. He would then abstain from fasting for some days, to the extent that he almost completely stopped fasting, except for 2 days in the week, which he always kept fast, which, as you know, my brothers and my sisters, is Monday and Thursday. He did not fast in the other months as much as he fasted in the month of Sha'ban. I was fasting, O Rasulullah, you fast so much that it is almost as though you are fasting continuously. Then you abstain so much, it is as though you have completely given up fasting, except for Monday and Thursday. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam replied by saying, I fast because the reward is great from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I abstain from fast whereby I can eat and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The 2 days in which I consistently fast, Mondays and Thursdays, they are the 2 days on which the deeds are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the universe. I like my deeds to be presented while I am fasting. I said to him, O Rasulullah, I did not see you fasting in any other month as much as you fast in the month of Sha'ban. And he replied, it is a month which many people unfortunately are unmindful of. It falls between Rajab and Ramadan, and Rajab has many great virtues, as we discussed previously, and Ramadan we know all about. So it falls between Rajab and Ramadan, and it is a month in which the deeds are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala excessively. And I like my deeds to present it while I am fasting. It is also related by Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, Anas radiallahu ta'ala, and many others, who have narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to fast so much that we used to think that he's not going to stop. And then he would abstain from fasting for so long that we would think that he's never going to fast ever again. Anas says about the fasting of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, whenever I wanted to see him fasting in a month, I would see him fasting. And whenever I wanted to see him not fasting in a month, I would see him not fasting. So you can imagine. So this is how erratically, if you read Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to fast, sometimes he used to fast excessively, sometimes he used to fast at all. And sometimes I would visit him at night, I would find him sleeping. And other times I would visit him at night, and I would find him standing in prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what these hadiths are implying, my brothers and sisters, quite simply, is that everything that we do essentially should be done in moderation. I hope you understand this. Nothing should be done to any extreme. We should not become very, very extreme on one side, and nor should we become very, very lax on the other side. Unfortunately today, we are either on one of the two extremes. Some of us are very, very lax, and some of us are very, very extreme. But we find from the Sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he would always take the middle ground. You know the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it's going to copycat slightly, but you know the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam whereby three people, he became aware of three people. One person said, I'm going to go to jihad, and I'm never ever going to come home. Another person said, I'm going to fast, I'm never ever going to stop. And another person said, I'm married, but I'm not going to spend any time with my wife. I'm going to just perform Salatul Tahajjud every night. When Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when he became aware of this, he became very, very angry, upset, if you will. And he called those three individuals and he said, is it true that this is what I've heard, that you said that you're going to constantly stay in jihad, you said you're going to constantly fast, and you said you constantly stay in Tahajjud prayer, never ever spend any time with your wife and kids? And they said yes. And then what did Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam reply? He said, do you think you're better than me? Do you think you're better than me? I go for jihad sometimes. I'm at home sometimes. I fast sometimes. I don't fast sometimes. I perform Salatul Tahajjud sometimes. I spend time with my wife and my kids sometimes. So everything, quite essentially what we learn from these hadiths, is that we should try and do everything in moderation. Right. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam established a brotherly relationship with Salman and Abu Darda. One day, Salman radiallahu anhu went to visit Abu Darda and saw Darda radiallahu anha in shabby clothes. He asked her, what is this? And she replied to him, your brother, Abu Darda, has no inclination of this world. So he's all about the akhirah, doesn't care about the dunya. Okay? Abu Darda then came, prepared food for Salman, and said to him, Abu Darda, you may eat, but I am fasting. Salman said to him, Abu Darda, we're best friends, we're best mates. I'm not going to eat unless you eat. We're going to eat together, otherwise I'm going to eat. Okay? I'm not going to eat unless you join me. So Abu Darda started to eat with his brother Salman. When the night came, Abu Darda went up to stand for Salah. And someone said to him, Abu Darda, get some rest, go to sleep. So Abu Darda, he went and got some sleep. After some time, he got up to offer Salah. And Salman said to him, Abu Darda, go back to sleep. When it was the last portion of the night, Salman said to him, you may now get up, because I am going to get up as well and perform Salah. Okay? And these two friends, these two brothers, they both performed Salatul Tahajjud together. Salman radiallahu anhu said to him, your sustainer, oh Abu Darda, don't forget, your sustainer has a right over you. Your soul has a right over you. Your wife has a right over you. Your family has a right over you. You should therefore give everyone their due rights. He then went to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and related all that had transpired. And Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Abu Darda, everything that Salman has said is correct. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that may Salman be endowed with great knowledge. As we know, Salman radiallahu anhu later on he became one of the greatest scholars of Islam. So you can see, again, my brothers and my sisters, alhamdulillah, I'm encouraging you all to fast as much as you can through this blessed month, but at the same time, we need to be aware that a more important month is coming, and we don't want to burn ourselves out before that month comes. It's like I've got some students the other day, we were just having a discussion in class, and they said, sir, I wake up so early, and I perform Salatul Tahajjud. But then what happened is I was feeling sleepy after Tahajjud, and I lie down and I went back to sleep and I miss Fajr. So that doesn't really help, does it? And so you perform Salatul Tahajjud, that's wonderful, but that's a sunnah. And then you miss your Fajr prayer, which is a fun. You know, it's a bit silly. So we have to make sure that we keep everything in due balance and keep everything in due accord, inshallah, give everything the right credence and the right value, right consideration, and do everything accordingly. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what he used to do, to cut a long story short, is he used to fast in the beginning of Sha'ban, pretty much the whole of the month, and then the last week or so, he would take the week off, if you will, and not fast, so that would give him the energy and the nutrition, if you will, the nourishment, and then when the month of Ramadan would start, then he would hit the ball, hit the ground running, as they say. So, inshallah, this month, I would ask you all to please fast, if you can, every day, in preparation mentally and physically, emotionally and spiritually for the month of Ramadan. But most importantly, we must remember that everything that we do must be with full sincerity and full connection. If we do any action for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I'll close with this, if we do any action for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it has any, what's the word? It has any inclination towards any other ulterior motive other than the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that action becomes null and void. Yes? We all know the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, whereby he has said that the prayer is the first thing that will be asked about on the Day of Judgment. You will know this. When a person has performed the prayer, the angels, one of the angels, they wrap this prayer up in a silk cloth and they take it, they start, I should say, taking it up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Depending on the intention of that person's prayer, that determines how fast that barakah, that blessing of that prayer, reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If a person is 100% sincere, that prayer reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like lightning. If there is any, what's the word, wishy-washiness, then it goes up slowly, 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 depending on the person's intention. And if the person has prayed, but the prayer is not for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's for some other motive, maybe to show off, or maybe because if they don't pray, the society is going to say something, negligent towards them, negligible to them, whatever it may be, then that prayer just goes above that person's head and it flutters above the person's head and it does not reach Allah. So this is something that we need to understand, we need to appreciate, that every action we do, it must be only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the best action that we can do, solely and sincerely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is fasting. Yes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, as you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about all of the other actions, He gives their determination of effect and reward to the angels. Yes? You've got the Kiram al-Hatibin that can write, they write down. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, As-sawmu li wa ana ajza'u bihi, that fasting is specifically for me. I give the reward of fasting myself personally. Now think about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the reward of fasting himself personally. The reason He does this, quite simply, is because fasting is the most sincere form of worship. I might be fasting all day long, unless I go around bagging batches on the mic, no one will know. Yes? All the other actions that we do, people are aware of these actions. We pray, people see us. We give in charity, people who give it to, they know. We go for Hajj, everyone sees. All of the other actions that we do, other people can see, and then they can make a judgment whether we're doing it, for Allah will be narcissistic, or whatever it may be. But fasting, nobody knows we're fasting except us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why, my brothers and my sisters, the best ibadah that we can do is fast. And the best time to fast after the month of Ramadan is this blessed and beautiful month of Ramadan. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us clarity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us focus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us concentration. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us conviction. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us sincerity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the ability to fast as much as we possibly can in this beautiful blessed month of Sha'ban. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the ability to mentally and physically prepare for the beautiful and blessed month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us every success. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us every salvation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all Jannah through our sincere efforts. And most importantly, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us all from all of the hardships of the hereafter, especially the fire of Jahannam. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. ولقول هذا استغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله العظيم وبحمده ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع مجيب قريب الدعوات. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. Let us make the dua for ourselves, let us make the dua for our families, let us make the dua for the entire ummah, past, present and future. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا إنا نسألك من كل خير ما سألك من حبيبك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. نعوذ بك من كل شر ما استعاذك من حبيبك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. وأنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. الرحيم عباد الله رحمة الله إن الله يأمر بالإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي فلا تكفرون. استقيموا واعتدلوا يرحمكم الله. My beloved brothers and my beloved sisters, please start straightening your minds and prayer. Inshallah, if I can hand over to our beloved Sister Vihira here, currently to make the Jummah announcements. Oh, Jesus, right.
Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Today, brothers and sisters, I want to actually invite you to an event on Sunday the 13th of March. It's entitled Recite and Reflect. It is for you to come prior to Ramadan to hear all of our young Hafiz recite and take part in the program. Brother Liaquat, who I was hoping would be here, but he's a bit late, he will be controlling it, and there is a sheikh coming as well too on Sunday next week at 1 o'clock. We will put posters up. It would be really good if you could come. There will be food, but you need to also tell us that you're coming so we know how to cater. On Sunday this week, the 6th of March, is Laylatul Miraj. As customary, we would normally hold a lecture and some food, but we're not having food this week. We will hold the lecture. The Imam will do the lecture after Zuhr. I want to say a personal thank you to the small number of brothers and sisters for helping us to clean this masjid. Those small numbers of brothers and sisters have taken their time to clean the woodwork, to clean the tiles, to clean the lights, everything, and to make it so that this masjid continues its standard of cleanliness, but most important, that it is a nice place for all of you to come and do your prayers. So the brothers, especially who did the dome, you know who you are with the chandeliers and cleaned it. We thank you. There are a few bits left to still do, and we hope and pray that some of you would still come out to help us. We can't do this without you, my brothers and sisters. But I have to say to you, it's literally a handful of brothers and sisters who make the time to come. As this is the first of Shaban, we ask for you to make prayers for all our loved ones. I know my father next week will be 4 years since he journeyed to Almighty Allah, and to all the uncles and aunties as well who passed away during this last 2 years especially, like Uncle Sadiq. My brothers and sisters, for the last 5 weeks we've been making prayers for Brother Kausa's dad. Brother Kausa is a brother who has done the calendar for us. So any of you who purchased the calendar, you will know the hard work that's gone into it. His father has been in hospital for the last 5 weeks. Alhamdulillah, yesterday he had a scan, and all of you have been making dua for him. And today, inshallah, he will be coming home because they have dealt with whatever it is that needs to be dealt with. I ask of you also, my brothers and sisters, to pray for my mother. She's been in hospital for the last week as well, and she has had a scan today. We're waiting for the results of that scan. So just please make dua for all of our loved ones, and keep looking, because we have Ramadan coming up. We've done the chart now for Ramadan. We will be circulating that soon, and we're going to need your cooperation and support during the month of Ramadan. So thank you so much, my brothers and sisters.
Jazakallah. So brothers and sisters, keep reading to your diary. Sunday 13th of March, as has been explained, 13th of March, which is next Sunday, not the Sunday coming, next Sunday. Inshallah 1 p.m. Inshallah, the wonderful reciters that will be reciting, and most of them are students from our madrasa here. So they'll be reciting inshallah in preparation for Ramadan. Please be there to encourage them on inshallah in the beautiful work that they do. Jazakallah khair. Akim salam.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استقيموا واعتدلوا يرحمكم الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
My brothers and my sisters, please remember that I'm to the prayer. If anyone didn't get a chance to join us, the mosque before the prayer, please come on yourself on your way out. Please, again, brothers and sisters, please remember our wonderful program that we have in this Sunday, which is and next Sunday, we will have inside and reflect upon the beautiful Quran, the citation by all of our young class on this mosque. Please do come on that Sunday, 13th of March, starting immediately after the prayer. I'm going to actually see the schools, but just anything like this. And calendars, we have each, if anyone didn't say at the time, we do so on your way.
No, we're coming. We are still here this day. Yeah, not today, but tomorrow. So we can make it.
Are they going to see
Make it later.
Yeah, you're afraid of it.
Now two, and then
Can you pray in Jummah? Thank you very much.
thank you very much.